Righto guys, I thought I'd just do another quick update on the CheatEngine. There are several ways you can do it. This is the way I do it anyway. So what we're going to do is, let's say I want some more, let's see what I desperately need. Let's say this for instance, yeah. So I'm running low on those. What we want to do is go to an empty box, get an empty box out, split them in half because you don't need that many. Say 32. So I've got 32 there, right there. Got my CheatEngine on, and what you need to do is go to File, Open Process, and a little box should pop up like this. So you click on Subsistence and open, and then your first scan, what you want to do is put in the hex 32 and click first scan, and then, as I said on previous videos, what I sometimes do is either split one and drag it over, or split two. I normally do split two. If it don't work, then I'll just start over again. So there's now 30, and then you go up and change that to 30, do next scan. Now sometimes it does take a bit longer, but today it's kind of been quick. So then what you do is go to this, highlight it, click your right key, your right mouse key, and then come down to change the value, and then say if I want 500, type in 500 in the box, click OK. Now sometimes on certain things it will come up as 500, but not on every single one. It still shows 30, but if you go to that and click your left shift key on your keyboard, and then your left shift mouse button, there we go. It has actually made them all 200, so I think I had about 50 there, didn't I? So it does work. Now I would advise you, if you're going to do this, you do it at your own risk, you know, and always save it after you've done one, because if your game crashes out, you'd have to start all over again. So let's see how many tomatoes I've got. I don't think I've got too many tomatoes. Well, actually I've got quite a few tomatoes. Right, let's do these. Split off. Split off. No, if you've got room in here, you can still do it in there. It doesn't really matter. Right, so 29. Alright, so I'm going to put that as 29. Click new scan because it's a new item. Scan. And then go back over. Split one. Now you can do it always like one, you know. I'll just do it two because it takes a little bit quicker. So now I've got 27. Change that 29. 27. Next scan. Now sometimes you'll get two of them up. You can still do it with the top one, but these numbers need to be smaller and not the same kind of size. So I'll click on that again. Split one. Now this might work, it might not work. So now I've got 26. So 26. Let's scan, and there we go. So now I'm going to change that to say like 1,000. Click OK. Now it shows it's 100, but if you left shift and left click, it comes up, and it's actually updated those, because I think that was like probably about 40 or whatever. So it's actually added to these two, and now I've got 890. So you know, I've got plenty of mushrooms. Make some mushroom soups. Let's try something else. Cotton I'm okay with, matches I'm okay with. You see that I've been doing this quite a lot actually. Now, it does work on most things. There is something that you can actually do with your generator. If I can find the video link on that one, I'll post it. I've not tried the video link one. It don't work on the singles that I know of. No, none of this stuff you can actually duplicate, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, save that again. Always remember saving your game, because if your game does crash, which it sometimes does do, you lose all what you've done. Let's see what's over here. Cinnamon I'm okay with, fat I'm okay with, don't really need those. A lot of these I've been collecting myself. You can do it with the bolts and stuff like that. I've only got 2 here at the moment, but I think I've got more over here. Bolts. None there, so I think I've got some in the garage. Let's go to the garage. Should have some in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I don't really need any bolts, because you can see I've already done it. You can do it with coal, you know, you can do it with anything like this. It's just the same way as I've just done it actually. With the tomatoes, isn't it? You can do it with anything that actually kind of what's that word I'm trying to think of? You know, add on top of each other. You can't do it with singles, you know, like hammers and stuff like that, you know, pickaxes. Can't do it any with those. Right, I've got 4 of these. Right, I don't want to be doing the fridge, so we'll go over here. Got a bit of room here, so I'm going to do 4 new scan. First scan. Now sometimes it might not work with less than 5, but it's worth trying. I'd say, you know, at least get 10 before you start mucking around with them, and only use 5 of them at any one time. So now it's 3. Let's scan. Split 1. Bring it down. Let's scan 2. Now, because I've got 2 there, it will work with the lower number. I wouldn't use the tall number. If you don't get the lower number, you can always split it and do the next scan again. Because it's got like 2 here, and it's got the lower number, you can go in there, change that to like 150, and then sometimes, you know, not all the time it'll change it automatically. It still looks like it's got 2 on there, but it hasn't. If you left shift on your keyboard and left shift on your mouse, it didn't work. So sometimes they don't actually work, you know, all the time. You just have to keep like mucking around with it. So do that again. 4 first scan. Sometimes it's like right shift mouse to get it working, but sometimes it's left click mouse. So it can be like kind of confusing. Sometimes if it don't work the first time, do it the other way around. So if it don't work with left shift click mouse button and left shift keyboard, as long as you still got, you know, enough to keep mucking around with and you don't mind losing some, now that's why I say get, you know, have a minimum of 10, because like if you've got 10 and you lose 5, at least you can give it another go. So now we've got 3. Split 1. Two. So now it's kind of like done it different. So what we do is we split one again. I think I actually hit one. Make sure it's always that same one that you're clicking on. So change 150. Now I'm going to do right click mouse. It might work, it might not work. Right click mouse, left click keyboard, shift key, and that one actually kind of worked. But if I shift, if I do left shift mouse now, and let's do it this way, right? Split off. Now if I do that as left shift keyboard and left shift mouse, that might lose it, but it might not. No, it did keep it. So it normally is left shift mouse and left shift keyboard, but sometimes I have noticed that it doesn't work, and it's like slightly opposite. Sometimes it's like left shift keyboard, right shift mouse button, if you know what I mean. So it can be complicated. It can be very complicated. So now I don't really need all those. I don't even think I've got room in the fridge. No, so I'll put the higher value ones in there, and then the other ones I can put somewhere else. Now the good thing about these cooked livers, they don't really go bad that quickly, and you can like store them in your fridge for ages. But yeah, that's mainly how you do it anyway. Someone just mentioned on one of my comment section on my last video that his Notepad++ didn't open. You don't need Notepad++, so I don't know what you're doing to do it that way. All you need is the game and the CheatEngine 7.4, and that's it. Now I am actually trying to play the game without keep spawning stuff in, like, give myself unlimited items, because it kind of does spoil the game a little bit. A lot of these I've been going around collecting, you get shitload of these off the hunters and rogues, and down at the place where in the lava caves you get all these down there. The gun parts, yeah, okay, I admit I've spawned some in, but I had quite a few myself, already. I was just testing out the game cheat, and it does work. So yeah, that's all we really need, really. So now I can go back and I can actually move that out of the way and go back to my settings and put my screen back on. Because if you've only got one screen, you would have to minimise your screen like I had. So you've got like the game and the cheat engine right beside it. So yeah, the way you can do it is go into graphics and go into, I think there's a setting for like what is it called, window mode. So when you've got the game running, you can actually click on the window mode, to minimise it, and then once you've done what you need to do on the game engine, you can always like bring it back up and bring it back down, up and down. You know what I mean. So anyway, hope that helps, and I will catch you later on the flip side. Bye for now.